everybody, it's your boy the Punk Otaku Scribe. Now, I typically do these trailer thoughts in shorts, right? I do some rapid fire thoughts, I describe the trailer a little bit, do a couple of theories, and then I say, oh, what'd you think of the trailer? But this time around, I just have a lot more to say, because when it comes to Spider-Man, I'm always going to have a lot to say. So, this trailer opens up, and we see that Peter Parker's just not having that great of time, it looks like. And if you remember, it's because, spoilers, at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, he had Doctor Strange cast a spell that made everyone forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man to keep everyone safe. And now we're seeing the results of that. And in the final shots of No Way Home, it brought up a lot of questions. What's that going to look like? How is he going to fight crime? Is anyone going to remember him eventually? Are we going to see the results of that? Yeah, absolutely we are, and it's looking really rough for him. Now, I hear this take about this version of the character a lot, which is, oh, good, he's finally going through something. This is a Peter Parker that hasn't gone through anything yet. He's always too happy. People were saying this even after Infinity War. The kid got turned to dust. He went to space, fought a war against aliens, and then got turned to dust. Have you ever been turned to dust?
Please! I'm down here! I'm down here! Catch my shirt. Catch my hair. I swear.
In all sincerity, I am stupidly excited for this movie. I am always paying attention when Tom Holland's Spider-Man shows up in an MCU movie, and of course especially when he gets his own movie. This movie is actually a pretty big deal for a couple of reasons. One, narratively in the MCU, it's the first time this version of Peter is going to be truly alone. No one knows who he is. The Avengers aren't coming to help him. He doesn't have any Stark tech behind him to help. And he doesn't really have any friends anymore. He doesn't have the Peter Parker side of his friends to rely on. He has to watch them, protect them from afar. So there's a lot riding on that narratively to see if they can make that work. Secondly, historically, just Spider-Man in general as a movie franchise, this is the first time a live-action Spider-Man, actually Spider-Man in movies in general, has gotten a fourth movie. And how many more are they going to make after this? No one knows. I think there was some deal where it was going to be another trilogy. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not entirely sure. I'll probably put up some factoid up here that either confirms or denies that. But I thought I heard something somewhere about that. But I do have some concerns because seeing this trailer, this movie looks like it's going to have a lot going on. And can it cram it all in? Who knows? Because anytime a superhero movie is very villain heavy or very, very plot thread heavy, it can kind of go either way. Either it weaves it all together really well masterfully, like the David Cornsweet Superman, or it doesn't, like 80% of superhero movies that do the same thing. You fight crime 16 hours, what do you get? Your girlfriend kisses a guy named Paul. So, the most interesting part of this trailer is what is the most interesting part to everyone about this trailer. And it's that Peter seems to be evolving. And then you have the speech by Keith David saying, oh, there's a rebirth. Spiders go through a 3-layer life cycle or something like that, right? And yeah, I do think what everyone thinks, they are going to do the Man-Spider. Now, I don't know how they're going to make that the overall more important plot point, because, like I mentioned before, there's already a lot going on. So, I wonder what they're going to do with that. And thinking about it, I think I know what they will do with that. It's going to be something similar to Spider-Man 2, except it won't be a depression thing. His DNA is going to be evolving, his powers are going to be depleted, he won't be able to use them, and strange things are going to be happening to him. He's going to get more feral, he's going to be in the cocoon that we see in the trailer, and as the movie goes on and on, he's going to lose himself more and more, and this may even culminate in a scene where he loses it in front of Ned and MJ, right, and that makes it even more tragic, because he just wants them to, of course, love him as they did, but when they see him becoming this monster, they're not going to be able to do that. ultimately, I think what they're going to do is they're going to give us a Man-Spider-Punisher fight, and that'll be near the end, and Peter will be in the Man-Spider form. Keith David, who I theorize is playing Dr. Connors, is going to have this formula that is mentioned before, whereas, sometimes, evolution can take its wrong course, and, I have this formula here that can reverse it. Something to that effect, right? And near the end of the movie, Peter's going to be rampaging as Man-Spider, and Frank is going to have to subdue him before they go together to fight the main villain, who I believe is going to be Dr. Connors, who is the Lizard. Now, naturally, what one would think that they're going to do with this plotline of Peter evolving and becoming a creature or becoming more aggressive is we're going to see him fight, and he's going to be way too aggressive, right? But they already did that in No Way Home. He is fighting the Green Goblin, Aunt May is gone, and see several times within the fight, he's going for the kill shot, right? At one point, Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker has to stop him from taking him out with the glider. So I feel like if they go that route, it'll be a bit of a repeat, unless it is like we actually get to see it happen where he's actually going through with his aggression. It's going to be a culmination of just all the trauma that he's gone through, just culminating in just this violence he puts out on these people. Maybe Frank encourages him at first, then he sees that it's just not who he is, which leads to him saying the line, "You're kind of losing it, kid." I don't know. Again, my concern is they're trying to do a bit too much in the trailer, but again, it's just a trailer, right? Maybe they're gonna weave it all together, who knows. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts and theories after seeing the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, and of course, as always, I pass it on to you. What are your some thoughts and trailers about Spider-Man Brand New Day after seeing the trailer? Are you excited to see it in general? What do you think of my theories? Do you think I'm right on the money? Do you think I have no idea what I'm talking about? I'm way off base. Some of those theories are way too crazy for this. Let me know down in the comments. Let's talk everything the MCU, Spider-Man, and comic book movies in general down there. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I knew it!